Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say. It feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law? Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with us too?
Dad.
Hey, chin up! This is your hometown.
Oh, just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head too.
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Danon disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan Starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A Starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegus.
Lenegus? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Oh, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a Starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the Starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that. But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. But there's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
A Zoogle, huh?
I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way.
Hmm.
All right.
I guess... Hmm.
Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking about one bit.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cislodia.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby. Whew!
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors? And his stomach and sides, like a map of our travels! Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile!
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hootle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. Ugh, so hot.
Whoa. Yeah, we've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that.
Huh. You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use... Out of my way!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Eat dirt!
Freeze Lancer! Their hide is thick as armor! Dreams!
Dragon form!
Inferno Crossing!
All back in their defenses!
Glad you have your uses!
Shattering the... I'll show you how useful I can be!
This one's malevolent!
Slash!
Hear me!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Out get them!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Pathetic! And again!
Rising Light!
Miasma!
Rising Falcon!
Laser Blow! Burning Strike! Illuminate the dark! You're really strong, Alphen!
I'm just trying to do the best.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around. There's more where that came from. I won't forgive you!
Not today!
Freeze Lancer! I never fit! Illuminate the dark! It's a duel of the Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
In a bind! Demon
Make it rain!
Hefty airborne scout.
Astral Energy! Full throttle! Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
Far more than the power I can conjure alone, that's for sure.
Was that a compliment? This will be a delicious piece. Okay. Let the marksman handle this.
On guard!
Come and face me!
Are
those rockets?
Here I come!
Denied!
Glacial
Flying freak!
These enemies are sealed!
Continue.
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All things to you!
You're mine! Blah, blah, blah! Burning one more time! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Freeze Lancer! And a jet torch! Glacier! I'm ready!
Destruction!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Freeze Lancer! I'll heal you all!
Do you require a hand?
I never fit!
Demon Fang!
Smash you! Now!
Double Demon Fang!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Far enough!
Sword Rain
Freeze Lancer!
Make it rain!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now! How's this?
Demon Fang!
Rain down and purify all! With this, I can become even stronger. This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Crossing!
Freeze Lancer!
I'll smash you! Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now! And a
You got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Going in! Power to the fray! Freeze Lancer! Radiant Laser Blow! I'm only getting started!
The enemy wields arch too.
We'll soon see about that! Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Where are you going?
Rising Wiper! Ignite!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Take cover when it curls up!
Now you see what I can do!
Freeze Lancer! Here I go! Mega Ray! Here! Now!
In an instant! Impact Block!
A chain between them. I'm all stuffed up! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer! Glacial Card!
No armor can stop me!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
I can carve through armor!
Rising Wiper!
Freeze Lancer!
Your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
Then I promise I'll always be here.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
My face is starting to sting. And my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Shield?
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil. Roar. Freeze Lancer.
This one's all mine!
Radiant Pierce. You have to aim for the bright area on their back. I never miss.
Let's keep up the pressure!
Now, don't forget Toasty.
Bird strike!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Get lost.
I'll smash you!
Overnight your dreams. Freeze Lancer.
Take this! If it curls up, time to get out of the way!
Healing. Raging Fury. Burning Strike. Here's a healing art. A whirling circle. Here, let me help. Wings of death. Here, Flame of Steel. That's my cue.
I'll smash you!
Shut him down!
Thanks, Kisara.
They've got me surrounded.
Far enough!
Here I come!
Glacial Spear.
Here's the evil.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
Demon Fang! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Wow! Look what I just found. I'll do... my best!
Glacial Spear. They're surrounding us.
Pain.
Shield and mind if I do.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Can't get out of this!
One more time.
Shattering pieces!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll smash you!
Lightning can now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Yeah!
Nice technique!
I'm only getting blisters! Great laser!
Ignite!
Mega Ray! A world in
Deny!
trouble!
This helps make it rain!
Illuminate! Healing circle!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You're open!
Ready and rare!
Going in!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
I got it!
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known that's what it was gonna be. Out.
Get lost! Coming through!
Armor won't sink!
Switch off! Freeze Lancer! Where are you going?
Megasonic thrust!
Radiant Pierce! Dance in the wind!
I can carve through armor!
Air thrust! Go! Mega Ray! Radiant Pierce! A wailing Dancy of lightning! Hear me! Flame of fury! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning! Roll! There! You fight better at a distance. The further away. You and I both.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Go no further! Freeze Lancer! Oh, fire! Shield! This one's gone! Radiant Pierce! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Lancer!
Anything in armor is all mine!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Hold the line! This one's mine!
Burn in hell!
Arch Freeze Lancer! Divine Shield! Magic is there!
Make it rain!
Radiant Dream! You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Everyone hanging in there?
This bridge will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Lightning Orb! Freeze Lancer! Where are you going?
Rising Viper!
Radiant
Spear! I can do!
Radiant Pierce! Redwell! Astral Energy! Full throttle! We won that by a mile! Get lost! Dance in the wind!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Lantern! Not in your dreams! Inferno!
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Come forth, the healing security!
Here I come! Not today!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Seal! Freeze Lantern!
Try this!
Radiant Pierce! Take it! Your mom! Radiant Pierce!
Finish
I'm out of ammo!
In an instant! Impact Clock!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Little help! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Lantern! Illuminate the dark! Mega Ray! Holy Radiant Pierce! Came between heaven and earth! First aid! A whirling don't mind if I... The flashing part's their weak point! I'm ready! I never miss! Burning! Glacial going in! Get behind me!
Can't get out of this!
Freeze Lantern!
Do it! You picked the wrong fight!
There! Got me! Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! I'm out shattering him!
Pieces! Attack time!
Watch and weep!
Double Demon Fang!
Glacier! Raging Star! Alright! We managed to turn the tide!
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right.
Better stay alert! Healing Circle! Raging Machine! Radiant Pierce!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Here's a healing art! Winds of astral energy! Full throttle! Those astral arts of yours are pretty impressive.
Thanks. You're full of surprises yourself.
Gotta break through! One's all mine!
Far enough!
Don't mind if I do.
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Burn in hell!
Freeze Lantern!
Hey, one at a time.
Mega Ray!
This one's mine!
Let the marksman handle this!
Demon Fang! Smash you!
Healing Circle!
Thanks, Trio.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Radiant Pierce! Now! Keep going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a bunch!
Pierce evil!
In a bind!
Freeze Lantern! Mega Ray! Now! It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Illuminate the dark!
Take this!
Holy Glimmer!
Wind!
Holy Land!
Came
Easter!
between heaven and earth.
Glacial Fire! I never miss! Lightning!
Severing wind!
Hear me!
Finish it!
Now! Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
Callus. Calcium. Fight. Calaglia.
What kind of poem is that?
A sparse one.
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything
Gotta break through!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
far enough!
There! Do it!
Freeze Lantern!
Ignite! From one to all! Carve through! Shattering the pieces!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Lantern! Dance in the wind! Burning!
I'll smash you!
A whirling devil! Got you!
I'll smash you!
Mega Ray! Radiant Blast is the win!
Looking fearsome, Rinwell.
You must be rubbing off on me.
Let's kick some ass, kid.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Air thrust!
Thank goodness we won.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
This will be a delicious piece of here's the evil! This one's mine!
This one's mine!
Laser! Dance in the wind!
I'm gone!
In here!
Flush!
I'll clear the
Demon
attack!
Fang!
I never miss! I'm gone!
Demon Fang! No further!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Shattering! Pieces! Attack time!
Denied!
Will this help? Lancer! Dance in the wind! Healing Circle!
Make it rain!
Radiant Blast!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Make it rain!
Freeze, Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Any chance we could make the next time a little bit more?
An opponent
Glacial
like this
Spear!
should be easy.
Here's the evil!
Prepare to be seized!
Flaming Meteor!
Burn!
Lightning condemned!
I'm gone!
On your attack! One more time! Radiant here!
My head's spinning!
Where are you going? A wailing banshee of lightning!
up!
Glacial
Make it
Spear!
rain!
Here's the evil! Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Stars of light!
Not by a long shot!
Hurricane strike! Mega Ray! Radiant here! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Far beyond the
Hurricane
sky!
strike!
I call a Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on.
Let's go!
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone.
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogles? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it. Freeze Lancer! I'll heal you all!
Eat dirt!
Rain down! Healing circle! What would I do without
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
I'll smash you! Inferno! Winds of heaven! Pierce evil! Cyclone! Dance in the wind!
Easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Thanks, Shield.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Be still!
There are interrupted.
Let's get you up! Here's a healing heart! First
Down! You're on!
Can't move!
Don't leave me all
Let me
alone.
help! More for the stockpile! Here's a healing arc! First aid! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
You picked the wrong fight!
Freeze Lancer! Radiant pierce! Air thrust! Here's a healing arc! A wailing Defiant lightning! Hurricane strike! Here's a healing arc! First aid! Flaming meteor! Here, let me help! First aid! Shattering one! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! There! Radiant pierce! Ready now! Ammo! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
No defense!
Flame inside me! You're
Where are you going? Hurricane close! It looks like you got it covered. Glacial spear. Here's the evil. A wailing Freeze Lancer. Here's a healing arc. First aid. I call upon thee. Flaming meteor. Radiant light. There you go. This can't be happening. What was I thinking? Piercing roll! Here, let me help. First aid! Back into the fray! Radiant pierce! A wailing Defiant lightning!
burn!
Here, let me help. First aid!
I can carve through armor!
Pierce! Help! Keep going! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
An astral creature?
That's my cue! Pierce evil!
Shut him down!
Megara! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Think we overdid it? They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Rinwell.
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine! All disasters may never fit!
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training though.
That's what I like to hear.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Shield.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
One more! We met around in your dreams! Make your break! This is it! Pain between heaven and earth! Stopped up! Help! A wailing Defiant lightning! Make your break! Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Here's a healing arc! First aid! Just what I needed.
Shattering of pieces!
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem. I'm ready!
Inferno crossing!
I never miss! Glacial spear! Evil! Freeze Lancer!
I can carve through armor!
Hurricane strike!
Looks like you
Let
came
the
to my
marksman
rescue.
handle this!
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword,
Freeze Lancer!
Shion.
Will this help?
Far enough!
up!
Dance in the wind!
Anything in order,
Not on my watch!
I owe you one.
Dance in the wind!
And just like that, I'm back in. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Phoenix!
Rocked in pain.
Dragon Form!
Here's a healing art!
Flame inside me!
First
Good!
aid!
To be let free!
Going in.
Not on my watch! Here goes!
Let me hurricane strike!
Armor won't save you!
Take the left!
Dazzle! Rising
This one's
Rocket!
mine! More where that came from! Hurricane Flame of Fury! Right Blaster! Dance in the wind! Air there! Don't mind if I do! Hold on to your art! Here, now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
No defense!
Double Demon Fang!
Leave the target to me. Going in.
Radiant here!
Hazard bloom.
Upward impact!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
No further! Demon Fang!
Free Blazer! Dreams! Hurricane Strike! Go top flat! Hold on to your art! Here I come! Illuminate the dark!
Burn in hell!
Holy Glimmer!
Make it rain.
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Swallow Blade!
Going in.
Radiant
Demon
here!
Fang!
I'm out of ammo. Going in. Beast assault.
Dazzle!
Breaking
Finish it!
Radiant Flight!
Back into the fray.
Vacuum Blade!
Here, let me help.
First aid!
Will this help?
Where was I?
It's time.
What would I do without you?
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, it's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Primed and ready! Here's a healing art!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Watch and learn. That's enough! Go back down! Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
Good to know my training is paying off.
Hey, is that it over there?
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion? Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own? Xion. Xion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside,
then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Alvin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
So, Halim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams. But a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadeye, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you, until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.